Well, Clonroach, of course, is the only village between Enniscorthy and New Ross. Great agricultural area, great area for business as well, and I'd like to congratulate the businesses that supported you. It's on the Clonroach series of soil, and lend itself to that name. Stretches from outside of New Ross right up into Wicklow, Carlow, parts of Kildare, and it's one of the best grown barley areas in Europe. And the village itself, we have some great organisations in it, sporting, the usual soccer, GA, community games, and we have an excellent Clonroach Development Committee as well, and all work hand in hand, and there's a great look forward. They're positive, you know. Well, a lot of negative stuff going around at the moment. It's not the first time we're in a recession or anything, and we'll come out of it, please God. We'd rather come out sooner rather than later. But again, Alan, thanks to your good self and local radio too. I was speaking to you there earlier on. Listenership is coming back because we lost a little bit. The money drove us a little bit too far ahead of ourselves. We're back now to local things.
But just going back to that, you mentioned the R word, which we don't tend to mention on these journeys, the recession. But you would have witnessed the building boom in this area here, young men who would have been making thousands upon thousands of euro. So a lot of people say they lament the passing of that particular aspect of Wexford business. But how is Clonroach managing to cope? You say that it's now vibrant again. So what have they done to kind of offset the loss to the building industry?
Well, one thing, Alan, starting to move forward. We probably, the money is not the answer to everything. Happiness and, you know, your way of life and family way of life. Unfortunately, we have lost some very good and very well educated people, academic-wise and whatnot, have emigrated. But no doubt when we're up and buzzing again, those will be all back. But it's a world. You know, it's a world thing, and no doubt Clonroach. I think the smaller the community, the quicker it will be up and running. You know, and we don't want to get lost in negativity and, you know, feeling sorry for yourself. So the worst man you ever met as a man or woman feeling sorry for themselves.
There's a very fierce-looking lad on the wall there. Who's that? Did Tony Keogh shoot that lad?
No, that's actually, he's pointing to a fearsome black boar pig. Actually, about 25 years ago, we were out with my son. He was in Australia that time, back since, and we went out on a shoot. Now, I'd be telling you a lie if I shot him, but some of those on the youths and Deirdre, I think, was on the shot him, and they got the head stuffed, and I brought him in, and coming through customs, I said to the particular Department of Agriculture fella, you'll hardly let me through with him, and he says, we'll have to check him. So, you won't believe it, his boss was one of the workers to work with me when I was working in research with Chagas.
Right.
Straight through Jude. There was an alehouse here in 1650, and it was used by the McCartney coach crowd, a good Italian man that transported people from Dublin way down south, and it was used as a changing station here.
Is it known as the Liars Bar?
Well, we have a bar in there, the Lawyers Bar, and it wasn't probably known then, but the people that frequent it, that says that you would hear anything only the truth. I mean, you can't just lie down and let life go over you. I mean, we have our development committee here, and soccer club, GA club, games, all working, and please God, we mightn't come back. Well, maybe a lot of people, but we don't want to come back as we were. They said we had a Celtic Tiger going around. I wouldn't like to see him anymore. A few steps down from him, and everyone live in harmony. Everyone look after one another, and we look too far out. We're an island country, and we look too far. Stay with ourselves.